These are the foundations of a business. Without these two things, you can't make money. All right, this is my newsletter. If you want to check it out, it's the third link in the description. Be there. Traffic and product. Let's start with product, because without a product, your traffic is irrelevant. You can't make money without something people can buy. So your product can be a physical product like a book or clothing. It can be a digital product like an ebook or a course. It can be a service like copywriting or coaching, like I sell. Products are plentiful and always available to create since there are infinite problems to solve. Infinite. The thing is, business is all about trading money for value. Now, value can be pretty complex. Value can be maybe stories or entertainment. Value can be inspiration or accountability. But in this terms, we're just gonna say value is problem solving. It's alleviating pain. Okay. If you can get your clients a valuable transformation, then you've given them a solution to their problem. Okay, which you get compensated for. When you have an idea of a product, you build an MVP. No, you don't actually like build a person like a most valuable player. No. You build a minimal viable product. All right. Which is like the bare minimum thing you need in order to just get sales, either to test the product, to test the concept in order to start making some money. Okay. We want to build as fast as possible and put a product into the world fast so we can start getting that feedback fast. Because this feedback is how we start iterating on our product, and that iteration leads to improvement. Improvement leads to more value leads to more sales. All right. I built the DRC MVP and had a link in my YouTube bio within 6 hours of starting to create it. So this consisted of writing my video sales letter, which was like a presentation on Canva. So I wrote that. I wrote the copy for my about page, which is like the sales page for school, which is where I host my community. That is a part of, like, my coaching package is a part of my community, Digital Renaissance Creators. I had a 90-minute convo with my dad about him being tired and wanting to hand over the keys of the kingdom. That was a very intimate and a very heartfelt conversation that made me want to work super fucking hard and retire my dad. Realizing I didn't record the video for that day when it was like 11:30, like close to midnight, like pushing like, oh shit, I might not get the video up for today. So I made like a mini VSL, like 5 minutes. I used like the first 5-10 slides of the presentation, recorded like a mini VSL, threw that up on YouTube for that for that day's video. And I used that same video for the MVP. So like the actual about page, the sales page, as like my mini like sales letter, because I was mad tired and I didn't feel like recording the real one. Which is about 40 minutes. So, I mean, I think you can understand why. I was working for like 4 hours. I got interrupted by my dad for about 2. But yeah, man, like that's how me writing the DRC, like me creating my like digital product of Digital Renaissance Creators, which hosts my coaching, which is like a package that I sell. It took me 6 hours to have nothing, to literally have a description. I mean, a link in my description where if someone wanted to pay me money that day, they could have. That's what entrepreneurship is about. It's about having that product in the real world where people can actually pay you money to give, like, to trade for the value that you have to offer. All right. So I originally had Digital Renaissance Creators, that's my product, at $47 rather than the $17 that it initially was at, that got me my first sales in business. Thing is, I was promoting it for 10 days and getting some views. So like on Loom, which is the software I recorded my VSL on, you can see the amount of views you get on it. And I think within like the first 10 days, I had somewhere between 10 and 20 views, somewhere around there. So people were seeing the sales letter. They were looking at the page. They were going to my school and they were seeing it. They just weren't buying, right? And the thing is, I actually got on a call with a guy the week before, and he had told me, and he actually like grows school communities, and he had told me, all right, bro, people don't buy for one of two reasons. Either the price is too high or the perceived value of your about page, it just doesn't look good enough. And I mean, that 100% makes sense. Perceived value, like marketing, that is what your sales page is about. I mean, honestly, I'll just show you. Like, this is my about page right now. So I have my video sales letter, which is 38 minutes. I just redid this. And I have like testimonials on here for my 2 clients. I got another testimonial on here. I got some like, this is like my classroom section, so my courses and stuff like that. This is actually what I'm reading to you right now, Mastering the Game. We'll come back to this in like some calendars, and this is the copy I was talking about. So that's my sales page. But that wasn't how my sales page looked originally. My sales page didn't look as good then because 3 weeks ago I didn't have the value in my community that I do now, since I put the work in over the last 10 days or so. So I'd known these two factors, and I was like, okay, the gears were starting to turn. And the thing is, I saw a video by Alex Hormozi. I actually should have put the video in here. Maybe I'll go back and do that. Where he basically said that if I need to lower the price to get clients and start making shit happen, just do it, mofo. Like, for real. Like, so I did. That's what I did. I lowered the price from $47 to $17. But it was only because I had someone who was interested in giving me money. Okay? I had a loyal and loving subscriber who wanted to know if I dropped my Cash App in the description. Right? See, now I could play this two ways. Where I could just drop the Cash App and mention it in a reply, go about my way, or I could be a salesman, baby. I'm an entrepreneur. I think you know where this is going. So, obviously, I don't want to like sound like salesy or like pushy, obviously. So, I mean, that's just not me. So I kind of just asked her, I was like, hey, Violet, seems like you want to give me some money. I'm an entrepreneur, so although I'm okay with people giving me money and supporting me however they can, I'd rather like us help each other out, right? You give me money, I give you value in return, right? So I want you to check out this thing, aka my product. And if you're interested, nice. If you're not, can you just let me know why you wouldn't buy it? Right? Just trying to see if I can get some improvements on my product, get some feedback, right? That's exactly how it went. Thing is, it was kind of scary because she didn't like or respond to my comments like she usually did. Like, Violet was usually pretty active on my comments or on my community posts. So I was starting to get kind of nervous, I'm not gonna lie. But one day, went for routine members check. Ah, dang, I spoiled her name. Nah, whatever. Mechanically waiting for school to load so I can see myself alone in there and close app for the 10th day in the row. Pain. I saw her. It was the GOAT, the legend, the OG, Violet. Ah! It's a legend right here. If y'all join DRC, shout out Violet. Yo, this is the OG. This is number one. All right. So, I was like mad hype. Holy shit, I just got my first sale, yo! I swear, every time I redo this, I was like, words can't even explain how ecstatic I was and still am. Like, it's crazy. I genuinely made money online. What are you talking about? It's crazy. Like, you guys are really making my dream come true. And this was originally a post for my community, Digital Renaissance Creators, in the classroom section for Mastering the Game. So this is actually entry 1, the 2 levers of business. And we'll actually get to entry 2 a little bit later. We'll tell you about that later. So let's continue on. We transition from the first lever. So we just finished product. We're talking about the product, my community, my coaching, and what a product is. And now we're going to transition to traffic, okay? Or marketing. Getting people to know about your product so they can buy it. So there are 4 ways to market your product. Outreach, cold or warm, which is cold is people you don't know, warm is people you do know. Telling people about your thing through DM, text, email, or call. All right. Ads, using money to get eyes in front of your product through content. Google, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok ads, whatever. Content, creating like free organic content that's on the topic of your product and mentions your product. All right. And then affiliates, having someone else do any of these 3 things for you. All right. So in my semi-informed opinion, as well as many creators and entrepreneurs' very well-informed opinion, content is king, baby. Simple. It's very simple. It's free. It's easily scalable, which means it's high leverage. We'll talk about leverage later. And content allows you to target specific markets, build connections, and sell to someone who feels like your product will bring value to their lives. I mean, that's amazing. Is that not what you want to do? If you create authentic content that resonates with your ideal avatar or perfect customer, they'll like you, right? They'll resonate with you. They'll connect with you emotionally. We buy with emotion as people. We buy with emotion and we justify with logic, all right? So if you create authentic content, they'll like you. If you create valuable content that impacts that avatar, impacts your ideal audience for free, right? You make valuable content that impacts them for free. They're going to ask themselves this question: how much value could this person give me if I paid them? Yeah, more than the free stuff. Which is exactly why I got my sales. My clients wanted to, I mean, like they see where I'm at. This was obviously pointed at my clients in Digital Renaissance Creators, but they see where I'm at is valuable and they'd like some guidance and accountability to get there. All I'm doing is passing along the stories and the lessons, the action steps and the mindsets that have helped me get to where I'm at, being an unblocked, a fulfilled creator, starting to create consistently and like starting to like make stuff happen in my own business. Like that's all my clients want to learn from me. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy ahead of them. I'm just, 1, 2, maybe 3 steps ahead. And that's okay. The thing is, if you're 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of people, you have value to give them. I was actually just saying this to someone I met recently on YouTube. Shout out Aaron. Pound it, Aaron. You're a real one. Pound it if you're not Aaron, though. No one gets left out. All right. But she said she was having a lot of like struggle in terms of creating her own product, which is an ebook she wanted to make, because she feel like she didn't know everything she needed to know. And I was like, bro, I've been there. It'd be like that. The thing is, the biggest mindset that can help us, that stop wanting to be like entrepreneurs and go from entrepreneurs or start creating like an info product or an info service, something where we're monetizing our knowledge, is not trying to like be at level 10 and try to get people from level 0 to level 10. If you're at level 2 and you know how to get from level 0 to level 1, you can teach people how to get from level 0 to level 1. There are plenty of people who see where you are at level 2, see where they are at level 0, and are like, holy, could I even just get close to that? Or are at level 1 and be like, oh, John, can I get where they are? You can help them do that. That is your business model. And I told that to Erin, and she was like, wow, that's going to help me so much. And like, bro, that was a huge mindset shift for me. And like right now, like I just made a new product for YouTube. If you want to create an info product or service and you want to monetize that service, you want to get your first sale through daily YouTube content in 30 days, I'll help you do that. I just did that. I got my first 3 sales in 39 days through daily YouTube content. And my first sale was in 22 days. So like I know it's possible, and I know I can help other people create the product and start creating niche content around that product so they can start getting sales. So hey, if that's something you want to be interested in, that's the second link in the description. I'd love to see you there. I'd love to help you out. Let's continue on. You guys wouldn't be here without the YouTube content though. So I was, this is obviously targeted at DRC, at my community. And because although the product is the foundation, the thing you have to build, the product you have is the foundation. You need the product so you know what content to make. If no one buys it, if no one knows about the thing, rather, if no one knows about the product, they can't buy it. So of course we need the product, but just as much as we need the product, we need the traffic. All right. In my opinion, the best way to get into business is to build a digital product or a service offer and to create content that is on the same topic of your product. All right. That's the exact business model I'm in. I have a community and coaching about creating, walking in your spirituality, right? Unblocking and finding like being in your purpose, and about purposeful entrepreneurship, about doing what you love and reaching financial independence doing what you love. So what do I make videos about? Creating, spirituality, and entrepreneurship. It's okay if you can't choose one topic like me. Like that's all right. Like you can choose 3. But I think choosing 3 and like choosing like 3 broad topics that like you focus on, that is like honestly even still too much. Having one topic is ideal for business. Now, the thing is, having like a business and having like a personal brand can kind of conflict, right? Because you want to have like more niche content for your business, and for your personal brand, you want it to be like more you. But the thing is, your business audience can overlap with your personal brand, because I want spiritual creators, right? Who also want to use that creativity to reach financial independence. So I have a product right now helping them unblock and create consistently. But I'm also building out products that will help them create and build a business off of that creativity, right? So it's about understanding like your right now, but also where you could go. and trying to figure out, okay, well, what can I do now with the skills I have, and what can I continue to build out as I learn and evolve? So creation, spirituality, entrepreneurship, that's what I'm about. Ask yourself what you're about so you can build your product and start creating content that provides free value in the area of your product. Right. Final lesson will be on the funnel. Well, the final lesson of this letter, right? The funnel is basically how people go from hearing about your product to buying it, right? It's literally going from not knowing about your thing to like literally just finding out about it to the sale. That is the funnel. It's the process. It's the process of getting the traffic to the product. My funnel is 4 parts and starts with my YouTube videos at the top that have my product in every single description, okay? Your product should be the first thing people see in your description, in my opinion. All right, now other people may do their YouTube business a little differently. This is my opinion. Excuse me. If you want to be an entrepreneur, prioritize your product over everything else. Entrepreneurship is a hunt. You only eat what you kill. And people can only give you the resources, or you can only hunt the resources if you're actively telling people about your thing, which means you're actively going out. Like the hunt of entrepreneurship is pulling the 2 levers. It's building and improving the product. It's telling people about the product. If you're not doing those 2 things, you're not hunting, which means you're not making money. All right. So prioritize your product. The next level of my funnel. So right now we got the video with the link. Next level, we have like the actual call to action, the CTA. So earlier in this video, I said, if you're interested, go click on that second link in the description, right? That's a call to action. You have to CTA in every single video. Like you have to. If you want to be a business, like it's the hunt, right? You have to tell people about the product. If it doesn't have to feel forced, and it should always be organic, like mine always are. But the thing is, you have to remind people about your thing and tell them where to go in order to find it. Most people don't even check YouTube descriptions. Be honest. If someone doesn't tell you to go check the YouTube description, do you go check it? I don't. I definitely don't. Bro, up until like a year or 2 ago, I didn't even like videos. I never used to like YouTube videos. Now I like all the YouTube videos, basically, because I just want to be out here supporting, but that's another topic. We have to remind people that our product is there because, like, bro, they might forget, or they might just like need that reminder, or they could be brand new. It could just be a new person. You just gotta tell them. CTA in every video. Nice voice crack. CTA in every video. Stop playing yourself. I'm talking about sales skills, psychology, human nature. That's another entry, all right? You tell them about your product. You tell them where it is. So you tell them like what your product is. So I tell them like I told you what my product was. I told you that I can help you build your product through daily YouTube content, monetize, get your first sale. I told you where it is in the second link in your description. I told you how it could help you. Basically what it was. I literally told you. You know what I mean? So like I told you what the product is, I told you where it is, and I told you how it can help them. That's the CTA. It doesn't have to be crazy. It shouldn't be more than 30 seconds. That's honestly a bit of a stretch. It can be a quick 10, 20 seconds, unless you're trying to like really sell with conviction, or you're like really trying to get sales. Hey, respect. You're trying to make money. It's a hunt, baby. Pound that shit, dog. If you're trying to get sales, you're trying to make money. I respect that. All right. That can definitely help, but I recommend using that like occasionally. I don't like if selling with conviction or like trying to not necessarily be pushy, but like promote harder than usual. If that's not something you feel is like natural for you, then don't do it. Just do a quick CTA, but you got to do your CTAs. Okay. So here's what the funnel looks like now. Got the video at the top with the link. We got the CTA where we tell them about our product, tell them where it is, tell them how it can help them. And the next, we have the sales page. All right. So once they click on the link, right, my link, which is to my creator community, what do they see? They see my sales page, which I showed you guys earlier. My DRC about page consists of copy, which was the actual text, some visuals, which were like the testimonials and like the things inside the community I showed you, as well as the big shebang, the VSL, all right, the video sales letter, which is the most crucial part of my funnel in my opinion, since it addresses crucial pain points of my target audience. It maps my story, which shows how they relate to me and how I can help them, and gives a rough outline of how I'll get you results, right? How I'll get my target audience results. That's a lot of value. Like the VSL is a huge component of my personal funnel, in my opinion. After someone reads the copy and watches the VSL, they're ready to make a decision to buy or to not buy. When you get your sale, you reach the end of the funnel. So let's go over my funnel one more time. We have the video with the product in the bio. We have the CTA about the product with the link. We have the CTA about the product, where to find it, and how it can help them. We have the sales page, which has the copywriting, and the sales letter, which is like the value and the persuasion to get them to buy. And we have the sale, right? So that's my funnel. Others look different, but the idea is the same. You mass market to find prospects, like you post content. You specifically address people, like you like try to tone in, or like at the end. So like you make a product that's niche, right? And so people will want to go towards your niche product. But at the same time, another filter is like when you CTA. So I usually CTA towards the end of my videos. And that means that people will only see the CTA if they got to the end, which means people will only like know about my product if they actually got to the end and got a bunch of value and really resonated with my video, with my message, with my story, with my content. Those are the people I want to get, because if you're willing to get with me to the end of my video, that means you're willing to ride with me. That means you're probably more likely to buy from me, right? That's why I CTA. So it's like specifically addressing somebody to create a warm prospect. And when you CTA that warm prospect, they go to the sales page. You use value and persuasion on the sales page to help the prospects make a decision. And when they make a decision, they turn into a client or a customer. That's when you got the sale. So when you have a product that can bring value to someone and build a funnel to get traffic to it, start playing the game of business. Welcome, players. I'm calling this series Mastering the Game, right? This shit truly is a number game. Do it today. Be better tomorrow. So this netter was a first entry in a series I'm calling Mastering the Game, a documentation of my stories and lessons in business since I made my first sale online. The full series will be exclusive to my creator and entrepreneur community of the same title of the newsletter, Digital Renaissance Creators, which I showed you guys earlier. Though I will occasionally drop entries on my newsletter. So if you're just another shout out to the newsletter. If you want to check out the newsletter, I really appreciate if you guys sub here. I really want to be posting to this daily. I drop at least every week, but I'm really going to be I'm going to be writing a lot more. So I want to be getting in like daily newsletters. That's going to be the objective. So like if you want me in your email, if you want value, third link in the description, tap in. All right. I went from 69 to 300 subs on YouTube in 39 days, posting daily talking head videos. This growth also got me from 0 to 30 coaching clients in that same 39 days. However, I signed my first client at 187 subscribers within 22 days. If you want to build your own info product or service and use daily YouTube content to get to your first sale in 30 days, let's work together. Don't be afraid of posting daily either. I'll personally help you come up with ideas that are focused on your ideal avatar and related to your product. And then here's another newsletter on my workflow for how I make my daily talking heads. So this right here is literally me CTAing another product. I gave someone value in my newsletter, so I CTA my product. All right, so let's move on to entry number 2 in Mastering the Game. So these 2 entries are critical to building an online business. This title is, if you want to build an online business, watch this. Like, it's pretty simple. So I was never one to conform. I was always an observer. I've literally tried to read this line 7 times and I failed 6 out of 7 times. Very early on in life, I saw that selling my soul like my dad and grandparents wasn't the path I wanted to walk. My grandparents didn't really understand business. They were raised in the wage slave mentality. I put that in quotes because Jeremy, my client in here, he likes to say wage slave, so it's pretty funny. I'm more of a fan of rat race. Unfortunately, my dad has never wanted to sell his soul, but he had 5 kids from ages 20 to 30, so he felt like he didn't really have a choice because he had a wife and family to provide for. Fair enough. I've always thought business was really cool though. Owning a company, making a bunch of money, being big enough to change the world. Even at 6 years old, I had dreams of having a business that changed the world. That dream has carried throughout the years and drives me to this very moment. I've never been someone who can give much of a damn about some arbitrary task that holds no meaning to me. So why would I want to do stuff I don't like or work a job that means nothing to me? Exactly. I would. I also want to make money because I not only one, want to feel secure, but two, I want to feel abundant and use my abundance to enjoy the beauty of life and help others do the same. Business with enjoyable and meaningful work, or as I like to call it, purposeful entrepreneurship. That's what we're all about here, baby. I basically got the idea of purposeful entrepreneurship from my time spent in Adonis School, another school group but for men on self-improvement and in business. I joined Adonis School on December 2nd last year after finding Hamza Ahmed on YouTube last year in early November. $500 up front, $99 a month for 3 months after that. Adonis School was a $800 investment in my life and business education and was easily the best investment I've ever made to today. Like, so easily. Like, that $800 investment easily got me tens, if not hundreds of $1,000s worth of value. Like, easily. If what I learned in Adonis School is properly implemented and executed on for long enough, I'll be making 100K by the end of 2025. 100%, honestly. 100K per month, by the way. Hamza preaches that if you go into business helping people solve a pain that previously plagued you, it'll be the most fulfilling work you can ever do. And when we think about our roles to raise the collective consciousness, this makes sense. We all want to contribute to the collective. So if we contribute by helping those that struggled like us, we not only find more meaning in our own struggle, we can also raise the collective by helping others learn from our own mistakes, which means they progress faster, they learn quicker, they move past the mistakes that we made, which means as a whole, as a society, we raise and grow faster. We raise and grow greater. Raising the awareness and wisdom of the collective. When you are able to explore your unique interest and turn those into a valuable business model, you'll be fully striving, fully walking in the giving of your gift. So how do we take anything and create a business around it? We start with step 1. That's just step 1. Identifying our permissionless leverage. The reason that the digital renaissance is going to change the economy in the next 10 years is because it allows literally anyone to create a scalable product and mass market that product. With the power of the internet, digital products, the rise of service-based businesses, and the demand for content, literally anyone can create a one-person business. So what is leverage? Why do we want it to be permissionless? And does any of this really matter? Yes, it does. Like, yes, we're just gonna answer that one first. Yes. If you don't understand the fundamentals of traffic and product, like we did earlier, as well as permissionless leverage, you basically can't have an online business. All right. So what is leverage? Leverage is basically the ratio between what you put in versus what you get out. Input to output. Okay. Let's say I spend 1 hour and make $1. It's 1-to-1. I mean, obviously that's pretty low, but this is just hypothetical. Okay. 1-to-1. Now let's say I spend 1 hour and make $10. That's 1-to-10. We 10x our leverage. Okay. Then I spend 1 hour and make $100. Oh, that should say 100. Good job, Jaden. That's 1-to-100. So we 10x our leverage again, right? Leverage, but leverage is input versus output, right? How much we put in and how much we get out for what we put in, all right? But it doesn't have to be time to money. It can also be time to reach, okay? And this is important. Let's say you and I were on a call and I was spending hella gems, so I wanted to repurpose that recording, okay? But I never hit record. So instead of instead of me being able to put that conversation on the internet, have potential tens, hundreds, or even thousands of people like being able to take something from that conversation, from that time that me and you spent together, only me and you were able to take value from that time we spent together. Now we could go back, we can try to think about the lessons that we took from that conversation. But that time we invested initially, that time will forever be solidified between us two. And there can never be more scale or more leverage to that time. But if that time, that conversation was recorded, then I could put it on YouTube. I could potentially get 100, 1,000 views. 1,000 people could see that maybe 20-minute conversation. And that 20 minutes just turned into 20,000 minutes. That is leverage. One-to-one time isn't very scalable, but once we introduce the power of the internet, we have a piece of content that serves as an asset for our archives, business, and brand. Your time is your most valuable resource. And if you want to spend your time doing what you love, you have to find a way to bring more people in to see you do what you love. I love making videos. I love writing. I love teaching. I love connecting with people. I love building community. I love listening to questions, like being on calls, having conversations. I love helping people take action. I just love helping people improve their lives and like overcome the struggles that are going on for them. That's why I feel like being a coach is the perfect business model for me. It's extremely fun, it's extremely flow inducing, and it's extremely fulfilling. So what do you like to do? Like what feels good? What's fun for you to do? What gets you into a flow state? Maybe it's a little hard to get going at first, but once you're into it, you're so deep into it. Like when I'm recording, when I'm writing, I can literally feel like I'm going and I'm just going and I'm just going. And I feel great right now. I have no clue how long I've been recording. It's probably been like 30 minutes. I could probably go for another 2 hours right now. I could probably go longer. I recorded 7 videos yesterday. It was fucking awesome. I recorded this video yesterday, but the audio sucked, so I had to record it again today. Like recording gets me into such a flow state. I just love doing this. So I do it. I do it all the time. What gets you in a flow state? What makes you fulfilled? I love recording. I love putting myself out there. But more importantly, I love helping people. I love impacting people. That's why when people comment, that's why when I get like responses from my clients or testimonials, like whenever I know I'm impacting people, I'm changing lives, that is the fruit that I drive off. That is the fuel that pushes my engine forward, genuinely. So these big 3 questions will point you in a clearer direction for walking in your purpose and building a business model around that. Now that we understand why we need leverage to do what we love, let's understand the permissionless part, all right? Do you want a boss? Do you want insane restrictions on your content so you can't be yourself, the style of stuff you make? I don't think so. Do you want to do something where your time or your sanity aren't yours? If you answered no to any of these questions, then it's pretty likely that you not only want to do what you love, you don't want to deal with the BS that comes with too many restrictions on our creativity or abilities. Skills such as content or code are the kings of leverage. Okay? See, now there are 4 types of leverage. The 4 C's of leverage. This is actually a concept from Alex Hormozi. And each can be useful in certain situations. Hormozi didn't brand the 4 types of leverage, but he branded the 4 C's of leverage, all right? At the bottom is collaboration, or having other people do the work for you. More people, more work, which means for the same amount of time, more stuff gets done, all right? Makes sense. Next up is capital, using money to make money. You put money into something, and that money turns into more money over a certain period of time. Stocks, crypto, investing in businesses, etc. These 2 things are very hard to do because it usually takes some amount of resources to get other people to work for you or to have enough money to make money with it. So those are probably out of reach for most people, which is why we have the top dogs: content and code. Content and code allows to scale something a theoretically infinite amount of times while only putting a limited amount of time into it up front. Like Naval Ravikant likes to say, build once, sell twice. Although my time in coaching itself isn't scalable, I plan to leverage the value we create as a community in my product, Digital Renaissance Creators, to reach the point where I make more money for less of my specific time. No one is telling me what to do. No one is telling me how to post. No one is saying I can't build my product. I have a product that is impacting people. I have a channel that is impacting people. I'm completely walking in my purpose and bearing the fruit of fulfillment. Purposeful entrepreneurship is king. In my opinion, it is the only way to get in business. The only way to be in business, in my opinion, is to be doing a business model that is aligned with the purpose, aligned with the thing God put you here to do. But it's only possible with permissionless leverage. Content is the king of leverage, in my opinion, and in the opinion of Dan Coe. Since it takes the least skill to get into and start getting results, right? It has a low skill floor, but it also has an extremely high skill ceiling. You can literally just only do content and make a fuck ton of money. Only have content as your leverage, as your traffic, and it can make you a fuck ton of money. Content can be your product too. Honestly, content can literally be your entire business model. It's crazy. And although that's not exactly what I'm doing, but I'm basically only doing content as my leverage. I don't do content. I don't do collaborate. I don't do code. I don't do collaboration. I don't do capital. I just only use content as my leverage. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm trying to help everybody else here do the same. That's what I'm helping everybody in Digital Renaissance creators here. That's what I want to help everybody on my YouTube do as well. So find out what your permission leverage is in terms of your product and your traffic. Go get to work scaling, baby. So let's touch on that a little more. Your permissionless leverage. So what my permissionless leverage is my YouTube channel. No one tells me what videos I can post, right? I can post whatever I want, and as long as I get better at the YouTube skill, I can grow and grow and grow, and I can make more money based on the traffic. I have another thing, my product, which is a school community. School is basically just a platform that allows you to build like a community where you can have kind of like a forum post. It's almost like a Facebook group in that aspect, or like a Reddit, a Reddit forum, so you can come and interact with each other, have like forum posts. I'll actually just show you. I don't even know why I'm like chatting about it. I might as well just show you the damn post. So this is my school. We got our post in here. I be in here dropping like mad value. I wrote this morning. I was literally in the bathroom this morning watching this podcast by Chris Williamson, and I was like, yo, this concept is mad cool. I'm gonna write about it. One, so I solidified the own knowledge in my head, but also I just want to share the wealth. So I literally wrote this entire thing in the bathroom. It took me like 40 minutes. So I just do these, man. Like, I'm in here dropping so much value in here. It's got a classroom section, so I'm doing seminar calls in here. Every single Saturday, I'm doing a seminar in here. This is the first one we did on the body, soul, spirit connection. This is I'm doing idea sessions and group coaching calls. So this is more content that's making my product more valuable. This is mastering the game, which is where we're at right now. So that is my leverage. It's the fact that I have a product that I can do whatever I want with, and I have traffic that I can do whatever I want with. I have leverage because my product is scalable. I can get it to a lot of people, and I can put a certain amount of time into it that can scale. And I have YouTube channel that I can also put in a certain amount of time into and can scale. I have leverage. I have scalability, and I don't have anyone telling me what to do. I don't have any restrictions on my time. I don't have a boss. I'm lit. I have permissionless leverage, and it's aligned with my product and my traffic. So I'm out here making money online. It's lit. It's lit, gang. So if you want to make money online, I want to help you out. If you want to create your own digital like info product or service, I'd love to help you out. I'd love to help you create the offer, create the product. I'd love to help you create your content strategy so you can market that product, use YouTube as your traffic, and use daily YouTube content as your traffic strategy. That's the business model that got me my first 3 sales in business. If that's something you're interested in, I'd love to help you. I'd love to pass the exact lessons I learned along to you. That's the second link in the description. I want to see you there. If you're interested in joining Digital Renaissance creators, getting my lessons, getting this long form exclusive content, joining our exclusive creator community, that's the first link in the description. I want to see you there. Weekly newsletter, third link in the description. I want to see you there. My name's Jaden. I'm here building the community of creators, artists, entrepreneurs, people who want to spread love, spread education, spread fulfillment, people who want to reach financial independence doing what we love. That's something you want to be a part of. I really appreciate if you drop the sub, join our community, build this family up, and please drop a like. Let's get this message out to more people. Do it today. Be better for it tomorrow. I'll catch y'all next video. Thumbs out.